now that we have an understanding of, what variables actually are, what they're used for, aka taking a value, for example, we have this 5 value here and we're storing it in num. So this is the key value pair. And then we're able to take this variable and use it later in our code. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take a look at a little bit of logic in Python. And what that's going to primarily be around is if statements. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and delete this, and we're just going to keep this high variable. And the way you essentially specify an if statement is you have the if keyword, and then you have some value here, and then you can specify what you want to do with that value or what you want to check. So for example, you can put an in keyword here, and what that's going to mean is, okay, if whatever is in this value, this v, is in some other value, do something here. So let's take a look at that. Well, we have high here, and high contains high might. Now what we can do is we can do if high in high, because that's the variable. So we can say print, yep, it's there. Okay, so let's go ahead and run this. And then we can see that output, yep, it's there. And what that means is this value here, we said high. So if high is in high, the variable, and then high does exist in this variable. So then let's do something else. Let's try if I is in high. We'll go ahead and we'll print that out. Okay, so as you can see, we can simply take this one letter because it exists in high and it exists in mic, and then it's going to be able to print out. Now you may be wondering, okay, why? How is it able to print out? Well, that's because in pretty much acts like a wildcard almost. So it's saying search for all i's in this variable, and then that's why it's able to print out. Let's take a look at another way to do a for loop, or I'm sorry, an if statement. Getting a little bit ahead of myself. So we'll do number equals 1. And then we'll say if number equals, so this is going to be an operator. This essentially just means equals. If number equals 1, we can print out it's 1. Go ahead and run our scratch file, and then we can see here it's 1. That did print out. And then what if you have an if statement and you want to be able to check something? So you want to be able to check if number equals 1. But what if it doesn't equal 1? Well, what do you do in that case? And that's where an else statement will come into play. So we'll do else, and then we'll say print it's not 1. Then what we'll do is we'll go to our if statement, and we're going to change this to 5. We're going to go ahead and we're going to run this again. And then as we can see, the output here is specifying it's not 1. So the first thing that ran was this if statement down here. And then it said if number equals 5, print out it's 1. Now, of course, 1 does not equal 5. So it's going to go to this else statement down here, and it's going to say, nope, it's definitely not 1. And then we can do the same thing with the string variable here. So we can go back up and we can say if, let's say t in high, you can say it's there and it's not there. We can go ahead and print this out. Okay, so as we can see, the output is it's not there. It went to this else statement, and the reason why is because t does not exist in high mic. So that is if statements in a nutshell. What we've seen is we've seen if statements using strings and integers, both in variables, And then we've also seen that wildcard here that you can use in, so you can say, you know, any letter, any phrase, anything is in some value, print it out. And then we also saw else, where this is going to be letting us know if it does exist or not. Thank you so much for watching. I really, really appreciate it. And in the next video, we're going to jump into for loops.